I would never want to throw wealth in someone's face because, people are dying, Kim. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that wanting more, or at least quality things, is materialistic or shallow. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's not. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you like nice things. It's okay to admit that you like a little luxury in your life. You have to define what nice or luxurious means to you. And it doesn't mean that it's automatically these designer labels or a hefty price tag. It can be about quality, it can be about comfort, it can be about ease, right? I think it's all about things that feel aligned with you and like moving with intention when you purchase them. I'm not saying, go out there and consume the world, right? We live in a really interesting capitalism bubble here in America. You have to move with intention for certain things. For example, hiring a maid or signing up for a food delivery service. That way, your life is a little bit easier if you can afford it, of course. When you like nice things, right? When you like a little luxury, it begins to raise the standards across your life, right? It's not just the material stuff, it spills over into your environments, your relationships, your habits. And once you get accustomed to certain quality, you start expecting it everywhere else, right? There was this guy that I dated, and the age difference was 7 years, and he started having grays. And I thought the grays was sexy. I thought, it was like, a little salt and pepper. It was cute. He didn't agree. So he started dyeing his beard. And I had treated myself to these really, really nice sheets. And when I say that man got his beard dye on my sheets, I remember like trying not to panic. Only because I'm like, come on. Like, it's bad enough that I have to dry clean this stuff. But I'm like, dude, are we aligned? So there's that inner stance of knowing that I know what I want, so I'm going to move differently, right? Yeah. Ultimately, I think it also motivates you to work harder, right? The intentionality will start oozing out of your pores. And it's not in a way of keeping up with the Joneses, right? Because I don't believe in that. Because I'm like, look, you got to do what's best for you. And then I think there's so much guilt around liking nice things. And it could be for a plethora of reasons, right? The guilt can come from your upbringing, the scarcity mindset, maybe social comparisons, which hopefully you don't do. I know it's hard. You want to be better than who you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. You know what I mean? Last decade. There's this whole notion that liking luxurious things makes you like a terrible person. No, 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 no. You're a terrible person with or without the luxury. You know what I mean? That comes from deep within. And yes, of course, they say money like only highlights who you were, but you have preferences and you have standards, and that's okay. I'll tell you a story. One time when I bought my first designer bag, I worked hard, I saved my money, I, was ready, I knew what I wanted, and I went into the store and I bought it. And after I bought it, after the sale was complete, I was like, okay, that's not really fulfilling. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I like these things, but it's not, doesn't affect who I am at my core. So I say that to say, drop the shame. If you like nice things, darling, you like nice things, and it's okay. There has to be some balance with it. And I kind of struggle with this a little bit as, I guess, an influencer or a content creator. I'm very mindful about the products that I do post and push in front of people, because I'm like, I don't want it to just be like, where we're just showing off or proving your worth and da da da, because I would never want to throw wealth in someone's face because, people are dying, Kim. I think the goal isn't to want less, but just want with intention. That is the that is the word of the year. Okay. That's the word of 2026. Intention. It feels good to build a life where that actually reflects how you feel and like what you value and how you move. I think you have to look at it in terms of an investment. Sometimes I'll look in my closet and I have some things that I'm like, wow, I cannot believe that this is like 10 years old and it still holds up and it's still like of good quality, or just little things. I don't think you need to shrink your desires to make other people comfortable. That's a video in itself. But you stay grounded in why you have them. If you work hard, treat yourself, you know what I mean? Like within reason. Again, we're not keeping up with the Joneses, cuz let me tell you, if it is one thing I have learned about Hollywood, I'm not going to say LA, I'm going to say Hollywood. It's all a lot. It's like, no, people will be out here fronting. They got it going on and they don't. And it's like, damn, that's kind of sad. It's that whole fake it till you make it. You hear that phrase your entire life, but then it's like to actually see it. And I'm like, oh, oh my God. There's one point that I do want to mention because I think, like we talk about briefly here on the channel, that we have seasons, right? Sometimes you're going to have grinding seasons. I can't afford to spend on this item right now because I'm working on or I'm using that money to invest into something for my future self. I think it's okay to make those sacrifices, just so that you can maybe get more nice and luxurious things later on in life. People go through seasons where you're in grind mode. Like right now, I got a lot on my plate. And I'm like, damn, I would love to travel right now. Like, I got a screenwriting program to worry about. I have to be consistent with YouTube, working with brands, things like that, and also working on my own film projects and clients and stuff. So it's like there's a lot happening. And maybe right now, I'm not investing in said luxurious things. But then also on the flip side of that, it's like, okay, well, when you do invest in those things, you'll have them for the seasons where you're grinding. So it balances out. So let's wrap. Again, luxury doesn't always have to be expensive. It's just more so how you care for yourself, how you show up, choosing quality over quantity. And that could go with friendships, that could go with relationships, that I can apply it in a lot. You don't have to struggle forever to deserve good things. And when you're working hard, it's okay to treat yourself. I'm speaking from personal experience. If I had a nickel for every time somebody was like, oh, you're bougie, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, I am. Yeah. There's certain things that I do like, and that's okay. So this is a safe space for liking nice things. I'm Taylor-Alexis, and this was a safe place to talk to you. I don't know if I need to end it like that anymore. I'll just be like, okay, bye. Now I feel like a journalist. I'm not. Actually, let me not say that because I respect journalists. And y'all, you know what? I'm going to go. Love you. Bye. And treat yourself. It's okay. It's okay.